Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our Wednesday weather update. We're tracking two big systems at the moment, a subtropical low near northern parts of New Zealand and a gigantic high coming out of Australia. And of course, gigantic is a meteorological term. Let's take a look at the satellite map. You can see that low pressure zone to the north. There is plenty of rain, but it's just brushing northern New Zealand, the far north, Northland, and then coming into parts of Auckland, Coromandel, and brushing Waikato, but it's sliding that way. It's not actually coming in. At the other end of the country, a cold front just brushing by there. The next burst of colder air is coming through. Nothing too extreme, but enough to be noticed. So on the wind map, you can clearly see the low pressure zone to the north and the bigger low down to the south, where they should be, down near Antarctica. But it's enough to drive in a cooler southwest flow for parts of the South Island, especially the lower South Island. But the rest of the map is all high pressure, and it's this big area of high pressure that's going to dominate our weather in New Zealand and Australia for the next week ahead. So look, we've got a bit of snow on the way with those little southerly injections. Nothing major, but we are seeing maybe another 30 centimetres of snow coming for the mountaintops, and just a very light dusting around Central Plateau. There might be some lighter falls that come down much lower around parts of Southland and Otago, but it's not likely to accumulate to much, more likely to be an isolated snow flurry. This is for the next 5 days, by the way, starting from Wednesday today. Now, as we move through into the forecast, here we are for Thursday, and that low, the subtropical one, moving away from New Zealand, and now we've got a southerly flow behind it, so a little bit cooler for some in the north, but nothing too significant. And the next cold front comes into the lower part of the South Island, and a few showers sort of connected with it over here around parts of Australia. As we get to the end of the working week, we've got showers and sou'westers blowing around the South Island with snow flurries up in the mountains. Nothing much, very, very small or very low accumulation. And then over in Australia, the accumulation is higher because you've got easterly winds up here. So big westerlies down in the south, easterly flow to the north, and that's because it's all going around this big area of high pressure. So let's take a look at the weekend, and in comes the rain. Look at Australia. Plenty of rain all along the eastern side. Now that's because you've got an east and northeast flow coming out of the tropical area being blocked by this big high. So it's the perfect recipe for rain to come in and then stop. So the rainfall totals are going to increase all the way from ACT, New South Wales, up to Queensland. On the New Zealand side, much drier and calmer as that high pressure zone stretches all the way out and starts to really settle things down in the New Zealand area. And it stays the same on Sunday. Plenty of rain still falling around that eastern side of Australia. In fact, quite windy down here as low pressure zones start to deepen. But this big high stretches all the way out into the New Zealand area, even through on Sunday. But the South Island, not quite under that high pressure zone. So you've got a more changeable forecast coming through for you on Sunday with showers. Now, our Monday forecast doesn't change a great deal, but that big high from Australia continues to stretch all the way south and into the New Zealand zone, while rain clouds and low pressure impact eastern Australia, the entire eastern seaboard basically impacted by that wet event. But as that low forms like this on Monday, it might pull some of that rain further out to sea, but certainly some areas to keep an eye on here and further to the north, while the New Zealand area really just has a few frosts, and that's about it. Nothing too significant on the way. That's all from me. We'll be back again on Thursday with our next update. See you then.